Hi, I'm David Michael Kane, host of the James Beard award-winning radio show, A Matter of Taste, where each week we explore the best of wine and food that the world has to offer. Today, I'm here to show you how simple it is to assemble and use your Artful Winemaker personal winemaking system. All you need are the contents of your premium winemaking kit, a half hour on day 1, 10 minutes on day 14, and another half hour on day 28. And presto, you'll have a case of great drinking wine that you'll have made yourself. Today I'm making a Cabernet Shiraz blend, but the instructions are the same for any wine varietal. First, you'll need to decide where you want to make your wine. The area you select should be clean, out of direct sunlight, and at a stable room temperature of 65 to 80 degrees Fahrenheit. Since you'll be using water to clean and sanitize your components during the process, we recommend locating your personal winemaking system near a source of water such as a sink. And you'll want your Artful Winemaker personal winemaking system located where you can enjoy the natural aromatics given off during the winemaking process. So let's get started. First, we're going to assemble, clean, and sanitize the personal winemaking system components. Making wine at home is a simple process, but the word to remember is clean, clean, clean. For this step, you'll need the personal winemaking system, the lid, the handle, the spigot, the airlock, the day 1 package, some water, and some paper towels. We'll start by applying the thermometer to the system. Remove the protective backing on the adhesive thermometer and attach it vertically on the front of the personal winemaking system in the outlined rectangle, like this. Now we'll attach the spigot. Line up the number 1 on the spigot collar with the inverted triangle on the face of the system and twist counterclockwise to line up the number 2 with the inverted triangle. Now, let's make sure every part of the personal winemaking system is absolutely clean. It probably looks clean, but you need to make sure that it is properly sanitized. You'll need the cleanser packet that came with the premium wine kit, a pitcher, and the spoon opener. Add the cleanser to 4 cups or 1 quart of warm tap water and stir to dissolve. Pour this solution into the system and add an additional 4 cups or 1 quart of warm tap water. Stir with the spoon end to mix. Okay, now let's really clean that personal winemaking system. Attach the lid securely to the system by tightening down the handle until the line on the handle lines up with the line on the lid. Insert the bottom of the 2-part airlock into the grommet in the lid. Plug the small opening in the airlock with your thumb or your finger and swish the solution for approximately 1 minute to ensure that the solution comes into contact with all surfaces of the system, including the underside of the lid. Now we need to clean the spoon and the airlock. Remove the bottom of the 2-part airlock from the lid, unscrew the handle, and remove the lid from the system. Make sure you separate the top and the bottom of the airlock. Insert the spoon and the 2-part airlock into the sanitizing solution, making sure the solution comes in contact with all surfaces. Place the spoon and the airlock on a paper towel and allow them to drain. It's okay for small drops of cleanser to remain on the components. The cleanser will not harm the wine. Now let's run some cleansing solution through the spigot. Turn the spigot collar so that the number 3 lines up with the inverted triangle on the face of the system. Open the spigot to allow a small amount of the cleansing solution to drain out. Dispose of the rest of the cleaning solution. It's important to rinse the spigot. Remove the spigot by turning the collar clockwise to line up the number 1. Ensure the spigot is in the on position. Rinse the spigot with warm water. Doing this is important as the spigot will not have any liquid in it until bottling time. Turn the spigot to off position. Place the system with the spigot upside down on a paper towel and allow them to drain. Okay, this is it. Time to make the wine. Now, pay attention. The instructions will vary with the Artful Winemaker varietal you choose. If your premium wine kit contains a sachet or sachets of oak, you'll want to prepare the oak prior to adding it to the juice. The oak is packaged in a permeable sachet and should not be opened. Place the oak in a cup or 8 ounces of hot water and allow it to soak completely. Check to see that the red semicircular seal is in place. Now take your clean spigot and assemble it onto the system, and ensure that the spigot is in the off position. Line up the number 1 on the spigot collar with the inverted triangle on the face of the system and twist counterclockwise to line up the number 2 with the inverted triangle. Place the personal winemaking system on the base so the spigot is positioned above the indent. Lock in place by using a switch located on the opposite side. Remove the bag of grape juice concentrate from the cardboard box. Remove the lid from the bag of grape juice concentrate by holding the rigid part of the spout firmly with one hand and removing the cap with the opener end of the spoon opener as you would when removing a bottle cap. Gently pour the juice into the system. Rinse the bag with a small amount, a cup or so, of room temperature water, and add this to the system. With the system placed on a level surface, slowly fill it up to the fill line using room temperature drinking water, 65 to 80 degrees Fahrenheit. If you're lucky enough to have good tap water, that's great. Otherwise, consider using a good bottled water. If the style of wine you selected contains oak, add the pouch along with the water it's been soaking in, we prepared in an earlier step, into the grape juice. Be careful not to overfill. Mix well with the spoon. Check the temperature on the adhesive thermometer to ensure that it's between 65 and 80 degrees Fahrenheit. The lighter area on the thermometer strip will highlight the temperature of your juice. If the juice is too warm or too cool, cover the system with the lid and allow it to adjust until it's within the temperature range before proceeding. Ready to go? For this part, you'll need the packets labeled yeast and primary wine clarifier. Open packet number 2 and sprinkle the contents into the system. Stir vigorously with a spoon for several seconds to mix. Open the packet labeled yeast and sprinkle on top of the juice. If your premium wine kit contains oak, be careful to sprinkle on top of the juice only and not on top of the oak sachet. The yeast does not need to be stirred in. Rinse the spoon with water and allow it to drain on a paper towel. Can you believe that's all there is to it? Now place a lid on and tighten the handle into position. Fill the bottom of the 2-part airlock with water and attach it to the lid. Push the assembled airlock into the grommet on top of the lid. Make sure it's seated firmly. Place the system and base in a stable, flat location, preferably 65 to 80 degrees Fahrenheit. It's important that the system is not in direct sunlight at any point during the next 28 days. Now sit back and wait for 14 days. Just 2 weeks. Just one thing you need to be aware of. The water in the 2-part airlock may dissipate. Please check the level every 2 days and top up when necessary.